Hey everyone, Follow Myth here, sharing with you all how I efficiently do a 100% survival collectibles run with no mods, creation club, glitches or exploits. I've had a couple of attempts at 100% runs, the latest one which is a non-commentary playthrough that's still in progress. It's a massive undertaking requiring several hundred hours to achieve. Some people have asked me how I plan my routes and what strategy I use to tackle these playthroughs, so I thought I'd make a video about it and hope you guys find it useful. Fallout 4 is a massive open world game with its DLCs, hundreds of quests, interesting locations and characters. The amount of valuable items worthy of collecting are in the hundreds and is certainly overwhelming getting your head around where to even start. My definition of collectibles involve the discovery of all locations in the Commonwealth, Far Harbor, Nuka World, Vault 88, and the Mechanist DLCs. I'm also including significant unmarked locations. All power armors, excluding the unlimited frames purchased from vendors or the ones enemies have equipped when they spawn. All 20 bobbleheads in the base game. The 123 magazines in the Commonwealth from the base game. All 4 holotape games plus the additional 200 plus holotapes found across the entirety of the game. All notes, pamphlets, flyers, and related miscellaneous items like cooking recipes and unique items. All 37 settlements, including the ones from the DLCs. All companions do affinity and their respective perks earned, excluding Dogmeat and Ada who have no affinity perks attached to them. All rare armor sets and items, including as many legendary weapons and armor as possible. All main questlines and all possible side quests. The 5 Far Harbor Almanacs. All the Nuka World collectibles, which include 10 Cappy codes, 7 medallions, 35 star cores, 15 Nuka-Cola recipes, and 5 SCAF issue magazines. 100% achievements, and reaching level 265 to get all the perk levels. One of the most useful resources to execute a 100% playthrough efficiently is Fallout4Maps.com. It features the Commonwealth, Far Harbor, and Nuka World maps. It includes all the power armor places, marked locations, and some spendable items like mini nukes and some Nuka-Colas. Things like holotapes, unmarked location, nodes, rare, or miscellaneous items are sadly not included on this site. If you are thorough looting locations and exploring every nook and cranny and don't overutilize fast travel or vertibirds, you'll come across the rest of the collectibles and unmarked locations without trying, including random encounter locations that may feature rare vendors, nodes, or holotapes. You will get about 90% achievements playing this way too. I found the Fallout 4 Wikipedia page useful to double check certain locations that I'm not sure of. It can be a bit of a grind to rely on Wikipedia every so often, but if you already finished the game a few times or have several hundred or thousand hours sunk into the game, you'll come to rely less on it. On my most completed playthrough, I got 74 out of 84 achievements without keeping track or actively trying to get them. There are certain achievements tied to siding with certain factions towards the end of the main quest line. You may have to play around with loading and reloading saves, which is a lot harder to pull off in survival mode unless you have mods. There are a few other remaining achievements like Eyes on the Prize, where you have to collect 100,000 tickets, which, does take some dedication and you kind of have to go out of your way to get, but it's not that big of a priority. I highly recommend getting top legendary weapons and armor as soon as possible to speed up the run. I made a guide series on this topic if you guys are interested in checking that out in the description below. Having high-end gear at the start of the game speeds up the process. I'd also recommend emphasizing endurance and strength for speed and carry weight. These aren't necessarily a priority if you have fast travel. Likewise, going high on intellect or a low intellect idiot savant build for fast leveling. Lastly, I'd also recommend saving often and making a copy of your save file. On my old 100% run, my computer crashed and the hundreds of hours spent on that run were wiped, so don't let that happen to you. With this information and resources in mind, we can then plan a route catered to your own perk build and style. My own personal starting route looks something like this. My priority is to clear this upper left quadrant, grabbing collectibles and valued items along the game to avoid having to backtrack. Later on, when you level up and unlock access to the Mechanist DLC, avoid triggering Ada's encounter, located around Watt's Consumer Electronics. This will unfortunately trigger an onset of Rust Devil encounter in random encounter locations, messing up with your RNG in obtaining valuable encounters like rare vendors and valuable items. Fortunately, Rust Devil encounters do decrease over time once you finish the Mechanist DLC in its entirety. When you've progressed your character and the main storyline, you can then tackle Vault 88. Its close proximity to Quincy and the high level encounters can make this location challenging. I personally leave Far Harbor when I've completed the majority of achievements, collectibles, and missions in the Commonwealth. The southern part of Far Harbor hosts a number of high level encounters, so I don't encourage anyone to take on this DLC until later on your progression. Likewise, Nuka World is a massive undertaking with dozens and dozens of collectibles and high-level raiders. You need to make sure you've reached affinity with Preston for later missions when you join a raider faction and have to build raider settlements in the Commonwealth, because then Preston will hate you and you will not be able to reach affinity with Preston. Again, this is just my strategy and how it makes sense for me tackling 100% completion. How would you guys go about this? I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.